Hi class. Today we're going to do some review and learning on sedimentary rocks, the basics, and also how they form and some basic classification. I'm going to get out of your way because my face is going to get in the way of the graphics, so enjoy and see you later. So sediments are the base material for sedimentary rock. And they're produced by the wearing down through weathering and erosion of materials that are at the surface of the earth. And then after a while, those materials will be transported and eventually placed in a separate location where the processes of lithification and cementation will occur. In this graphic, you can see the first things that have to happen are weathering and erosion. That could be either through hydrolysis, through precipitation, or some chemical reaction on Earth's surface. The next thing that has to happen is transport, which is erosion. And the next thing after that would be the deposition of the material. Think of deposition as like putting money in a bank in a particular place. All of these little sediments are going to wind up in a particular place. And then finally, the next process that would happen would be for the little particles, the sediments, to be cemented together, compressed and lithified to create sedimentary rock. Okay, so whenever rock is exposed at Earth's surface, it's broken down by weathering. There are two types of weathering. There's physical and chemical processes that break the rock into smaller pieces, which we call sediments. And the sediments can range in size from boulders to microscopic particles. So chemical weathering occurs when the minerals in the rock are dissolved or otherwise chemically changed. And physical weathering occurs when rock fragments break off of the solid rock. Okay, in these examples, on the left picture, you see sandstone in Zion National Park, and that process was formed from water, the erosion of the sandstone, creating some spectacular shapes. In the right-hand frame, again, water played a major role in forming the arches that you see, and that material, those sediments, eventually moved downslope due to forces of gravity. So the removal and transport of weathered sediment, we call that erosion. And there's four main agents of erosion. There's wind, there's moving water, there's gravity, and there's glaciers. And eroded material is usually carried downhill by gravity. In this frame, you see the process of deposition. And so if you have an ocean, those little particles that will flow from a river down into the ocean will wind up on the bottom of the ocean's surface, and that's when they will begin that process of lithification and cementation. So as more and more layers build up where the sediment has been deposited, the increasing pressure and temperature causes a sedimentary rock to form, and we call that process lithification. The process of cementation occurs when minerals will grow and glue the sediment grains together into solid rock. Generally, the most common form of this would be limestone with calcium carbonate. There are different types of sedimentary rocks. In the picture, what you see are small bits of angular rock that we call clasts. This particular rock that you see in the picture is a breccia, and they are the most common form of rocks, the ones that have clasts in them, small particles in them, and they're formed from loose sediments from the Earth's surface. The next type of sedimentary rock are chemical sedimentary rocks. They form from materials that have precipitated from the ocean water or lake water. So precipitation is the type of sediment deposition in which dissolved minerals come out of solution to form rocks. And rocks that are formed in this way are called evaporites. The picture shows you a chunk of halite, which is rock salt, and it formed from the process of precipitation and evaporation. Another type of rock are organic sedimentary rocks. They're also called bioclastic rock. And they are organic sedimentary rocks made from living organisms or composed of materials from life forms. It could be either insects, animals, or even plant life. Common types are coal, formed from plant matter, and limestone, formed from the shells of animals. In the picture you see a large chunk of coal. So you're going to have some vocabulary words that you're going to define the terms that you see in front of you, and that would be the completion of this portion of the assignment. In this picture here, you can see a sedimentary rock formation that also shows tilted rocks and the layering effect from the sediments that have been built up over time. So I hope you enjoyed this segment, and we'll have many more segments to come. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.